fun day this is gonna be. I can't wait to do this episode. But before we get started, a huge shout out to Mr. Joe Wilson and the gorgeous KZ, sending you love. Okay, so before I turn off this cozy music, today's subject is love. Like the whole thing, beginning to end. Okay, so oops, I just learned something new on Snapchat. You cannot add a video that's more than a minute. So what I love about this whole process, this whole series that I'm making, first of all, I'm doing it all by myself. So I absolutely love to test and learn. I mean, the kitchen is easy for me, but all this techie stuff, oh my goodness. So I have such a great story for you. I did a video and it's 5 minutes and I thought I can upload it here, but it's only 1 minute max. So here we are, episode 11 underway. So exciting. Okay, so since we're now at 11 episodes, I wanted to just give you just a quick overview of what my process is, which I don't have one. Everything that you're seeing is done by yours truly, the photographs, the editing, the music, the whole thing. And so when it comes to thinking about the episode theme, I just don't think about it. I'd rather have it happen organically. So literally 5-10 minutes before I turn on the camera. I mean, a few of them logistically I've had to think about, but other than that, 5 minutes literally before turning on the camera, I think about a theme, it comes up, and then I talk about it. So this morning today I wanted to talk about love and how do we plan and strategize, and what does it mean to have the theme of love when it comes to planning and strategizing. So that just set the intention, right? I leave my house. The first picture that you see me take in this story, I took near my neighborhood. And as I was taking it, like a few minutes later, comes a police officer. And he asked me, what are you, he gets out of the car, what are you doing here? And I said, I live here, just a few houses down. And he said, well, we got a call that there's a suspicious character in a yellow t-shirt in the neighborhood. And I said, okay, what does it have to do with me? I mean, again, listen guys, I'm 45 years old. I am a female chef that has survived the kitchens of America for the last 25 years. So there is no shortage of racism, sexism that I have dealt with in my life. So again, I'm just so oblivious because, to me, I just ignore it. You know what I mean? It just has no bearing in my life. And so, even as he asked, I didn't get offended. In fact, I flipped the script and I turned on the Chef Liz charm. And I literally went, does all of this look like it's a criminal? Why are you asking me this question? And so, again, I said, you don't think I'm a criminal, do you? I mean, why are you asking me this? And I think that turning that heat onto him in a charming way, in a loving way, more importantly, which is the theme of this episode, he was taken back by that, right? And so he said, oh, well, I just have to, check everyone in the neighborhood, and you were the first person with a yellow t-shirt that popped up. And so my point is, because I handled it with love and civility, because isn't that what love is civility? I mean, I think right now in the whole just political environment and just life, I mean, we could go on forever with the injustices that have happened very recently in the last few years dealing with racism. And so I am not belittling it by any stretch of the imagination. But what I'm saying is that when we choose love, when we choose to communicate with love rather than with anger or frustration, which I surely could have been in my right to feel that, because here someone's profiling me because I'm a brown girl in the Hamptons, and he automatically assumes, you couldn't possibly live here, right? I mean, I could have digested his tone in that way. But my point is, why not choose love? You know what I mean? I really believe that we do not, life happens, but it is how you react to things that really make the difference. And so there are absolute examples and scenarios of how people mistreat one another. But if you come back with love, if you just shower someone with love in a way that you guilt them to like you, then everything changes, right? The tone changes, the energy changes. So to make a long story short, I went on a quick bike ride and I passed the officer and he honked at me and he said, "Hi, have a great day." And so that's just an example how we are all in control of our emotions, how we treat one another, and how we allow someone's behavior to consume us. And so that's just one little snippet to today's episode that I wanted to share with you. Again, this is not an episode about racism or what I dealt with. I mean, to me, it was inconsequential. He was doing his job, but I just thought it was it was just brilliant, because as I was leaving the house, I said, okay, today I'm going to talk about love. And what does life give you? When you want to talk about something passionate, then you get tested to see if you really have what it takes to execute on that emotion. So we will continue the day with nothing but love, regardless of what comes our way.